Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining me for this practice. My name is Emily, and this video is made in partnership with Yoga in Our City's virtual studio, which is sponsored by Kineticare. For this practice, we will be doing a bedtime flow, so movement and breath to help you prepare for sleep. Perhaps you just need help getting into that state of mind. Maybe you have a little more energy to burn before you're able to fully rest and lie down. So, this practice is intended to help you move towards that more peaceful, still state. For class, you can grab pillow, blanket if you'd like. You can put on your comfiest clothes, maybe already be in your pajamas, whatever is going to help you get into that bedtime state of mind. And we'll begin today in a seated position. And you can choose. You can sit on your bum with your legs crossed if that's what's most comfortable and sustainable for you. You can slide a pillow underneath your seat for a little bit of a raise, or you can choose to sit on your shins with your knees out in front of you, bum right on top of your feet. So, whatever feels best, whatever your vibe is for tonight. And then, however you decide to set yourself up, bring one hand onto the chest, bring one hand onto the lower belly, and just close your eyes. I'm going to work first to find a nice, strong foundation through our seat here. So, no matter how you've positioned yourself, feel those sits bones rooting down into the mat. Energy traveling up the spine, crown of the head looking towards the ceiling, lifting towards the ceiling. And you can gently tuck your chin towards your chest to lengthen out the back of the neck. And we'll take these first few moments to really ground ourselves in our bodies, onto our mats, find a sense of presence. This is the point in the day when we're going to let go of all that's happened, all that's occurred up until this point. So as you begin to feel those thoughts arise about what you did today, trials and tribulations you faced, about what's to come tomorrow, just imagine that each of those thoughts was floating in front of you like clouds passing in the sky. Envision that slow roll of clouds moving through a bright blue sky. Attach all of those frenetic thoughts to the clouds and allow them to slowly begin to drift away. Imagine you're sitting down in the soft grass beneath the clouds. You're separated from all of those thoughts, those worries and concerns. You're unattached from all of the emotions that they typically bring up for you. Allow them to rise and then allow them to just drift away. From that state of mind, let's all together inhale, send the breath deep down into the belly. Feel that hand on your chest rise. Feel that hand on your low belly press outwards. And exhale. Breathe in all of the gratitude and all of the good from your day. And breathe out those worries, those concerns for tomorrow. One more inhale. Good. Let your hands drop down onto the tops of your knees. Allow the eyelids to flutter open. Let's take that gentle cat-cow circle in the spine. So with the hands attached to the knees, roll the spine back over to the side and press the chest forward. Let's match our breath to movement here, just like we do on our cat-cows, our regular cat-cows. So as we inhale, we're pressing the chest forward. As we exhale, we're rounding the spine back. And do this in a way that feels right for you. So don't worry about moving at the same pace as me. Maybe even don't watch this video. You can do this practice entirely guided by voice, keeping the eyelids heavy, the eyes closed, as long as that's safe. And then switch the circle, sending the ribs over towards the right, chest forward towards the left, and then rounding the spine back. Take one more full circle here. Good, and then come to center. If you have your legs crossed, one shin in front of the other, let's switch the cross of the shins just to keep things a little more in balance. And then bring the hands to clasp behind the back. Press that clasp away from you, shoulder heads away from the ears, open across the chest. And then take that clasp of the hands over to the right side of the body. Drop the left ear down towards the left shoulder. Feel the length across the right side of the neck. And then gently move the head back and forth. So bring your gaze down towards the left shoulder, gaze back up towards the ceiling. Taking this motion slowly and noticing what sensations it brings up in the neck. Maybe lingering at any points that feel particularly good, or maybe just particularly sticky. If they're bringing up any areas that need that extra TLC, feel free to linger. Beautiful. And then come back to center. Press the clasp of the hands away from you. Adjust the clasp of your hands just a little bit. So opposite thumb, opposite pinky come on top. Left hand, clasp of the hands over towards the left side of the body. Right ear down towards the right shoulder. And we'll take the same motion in the neck here. Bringing our attention inward. So really noticing what feels good. What do you need? Where does your body ask for that extra TLC? Beautiful. Come back to center. Press that clasp away from you. Open wide across the chest. And then hands down by your sides. Let's come onto all fours on the mat. So bring your palms down underneath your shoulders. Let's take the big toes together. Spread the knees wide and sit the hips back into a child's pose. Nice big stretch here. Press down through the palms so you're pressing your hips towards the heels. Nice big exhale here. Release towards the mat. Beautiful. On an inhale, come up into a tabletop position. Exhale. Round the spine, press the floor away. Inhale, drop the belly, heart comes forward through the gate of the shoulders. Let's do that again. Round and press. Drop the belly down. Once more, round and press. Inhale, drop the belly, heart forward. Good. Slide a little bit more forward. Adjust your hands. Let the hips dip towards the mat. Coming into a cobra pose. And then send the hips down and back. Child's pose. Once more, you can drop the forehead down onto the mat. Give it a gentle rock back and forth. Allow that intuitive motion here. I can feel I already started swaying my hips back and forth, pressing down through the palms and using that traction to send the hips towards the heels. Release. And then again, inhale, come up into all fours. Exhale, round and press that cat spine. Inhale, drop the belly, heart forward twice more. Round and press. Good. Take these last two at your own pace and allow any additional motion. Take the train off the tracks. Sway the hips, circle the ribs. Good. Walk your hands forward. Let the hips drop towards the floor. Gaze lifts. Shoulders down the back. Heart open. Press through the palms. Send it all the way back. Child's pose once more. Press the palms down into the mat. Hips towards your heels. Beautiful. That breath is slow, deep, conscious, intentional. And then pressing through the palms, tuck all 10 toes underneath. Lift the hips up towards the sky. Let's take a downward facing dog. Pressing through the palms, rolling the upper outer arms down towards the mat, energy down the back line of the legs, reaching the heels towards the floor. May seem a little counterintuitive at times to move as you're bringing yourself towards bedtime, but sometimes you need to move that leftover frenetic energy, emotional energy through the body in order to find that state of stillness. On an inhale, bring the right knee up towards the sky. Exhale, take the right foot outside the right hand. Drop the left knee down towards the floor. Let's take our left hand out wide. Bring our right hand onto the inside of the right knee and open up that hip. Bring the right heel in, toes slightly out. Let that foot lift, sole lift off the ground. You're finding space, opening through the hip flexor here. Opening across the chest. Roll that right shoulder head back. Good. And then both palms down to center. Let's bring that back knee a little closer in. Walk the hands to frame the front foot. Straighten out the front leg, flex the right toes towards the face. Inhale forward, exhale, release over the right leg. Finding length through the spine, feeling the sensations arise through the back line of the leg. Good, rock forward. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, send the right foot to meet the left, pressing through the palms, hips towards the sky, downward facing dog. Big breath in between to reset. And then inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left foot outside the left hand. Drop the back knee, untuck those toes. Walk the right hand a little wider. Take the left hand on the inside of the left leg. Let that left foot lift and rock out towards the side. Roll the left shoulder, head back open across the heart space. Let this feel good. Sitting in our office chairs, desk chairs all day. Feeling the hips get tight. Let this just be medicine, opening everything up, releasing tension before we go to sleep. Good. Bring both hands back down. Walk the left foot back in. Come to frame the front foot. Send that left leg nice and straight. Toes towards the sky. Inhale, take the heart, the spine, the chest forward. Exhale, fold forward over the left leg. Remember, you can always use blocks, props, whatever you have, books, stack them up here to bring the floor closer to your hands. We're always making poses and postures, asana work for your body and not the other way around. Beautiful. Rock forward. Bring the sole of the left foot back down to the floor. Plant the palms. Send the left foot back to meet the right. Lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog once more. Take a big breath. Imagine that breath traveling all through the back body, making space in the ribs, making space in the low back. And exhale. Bring the knees down, big toes together. Walk your hands forward in your child's pose. Walk your hands over towards the left side of the room, lengthening out the right side body. Keep pressing through your palms to keep your hips sinking towards the heels, even as we bring a little asymmetry into the posture. Walk the hands back to center and over towards the right, bringing length into the left side body. Send your breath into those left ribs. Good. As we head down onto our backs, I invite you to grab your pillow, maybe grab a blanket, maybe even put in your headphones and take the remainder of class from bed. I'm just going to keep this blanket available for me here. And then come to lie all the way down on our backs. Keeping that pillow, that blanket accessible. Bring the knees in towards the chest. Just give yourself a nice big hug. Allow the eyes to close as we walk through our last few postures of class. Just using the close of the eyes as a natural indication to the body that it's time to rest. It's time to slow down. Drop the knees over towards the left side of the body. Bring your gaze out over the right shoulder, supine twist. Begin to allow gravity to do the work for you here. With every breath, starting to feel your body get a bit heavier. Hold build down towards the floor, towards your mat, allowing the earth to support you. Hug the knees back in towards center. We'll bring our knees over towards the right side of the body. Gaze out over the left shoulder. Let that left shoulder drop heavy. Head drop heavy. Inhale, bring the knees back to center. One final squeeze here. And then as you set yourself up for Shavasana, maybe grab a blanket, drape it across your legs, particularly across your hips, adding some additional weight there. Maybe bringing a pillow underneath your knees, even a pillow underneath your head. All of these indications to the body that it's time to rest. Let your legs come out nice and wide on the mat, feet fall open to either side. And then bring your hands onto your belly, palms facing down in a position, a gesture of grounding. Inviting the eyes to close if they are not already. Let's take one final scan of the body all the way from the crown of the head down to the soles of the feet. Inviting any areas of the body that are still gripping, still holding, to release. Bringing a sense of release into the soles of our feet, into our ankles. Let the shins drop heavy towards the mat. Our knees, our thighs sink down towards the earth. Let your hips, your pelvis be fully supported by the earth, by your mat. Allow the belly to drop. Allow the rib cage to sink. Allow the shoulders, the arms, the hands to give in to the pull of gravity. Unclench your jaw. Unfurrow the brow. Breathe. And may you rest well.